Greetings, Starseed family. If you're new to my channel, my name is Ellen Red. I am a Lyran Plieadian hybrid, and I teach on Ascension and Galactic information. I am coming in with a message from the Plieadians today to say that the levy is breaking for humanity. And here's the guidance that they want to share with you. The human collective has endured many timelines of enslavement. This began really in the early Atlantean timelines when Atlantis fell. And once humans immigrated and went into Egypt, the Egyptians, they ended up enslaving a lot of humanity. And a lot of the systems that were in the Egyptian timeline are playing out to this day. There are sorcerers and there are dark magicians and there are many groups of beings who really weren't even intended to be on the earth plane that came in and began to manipulate humanity. What you're seeing unfold in the human world, particularly USA being a frontal perspective for humanity at this time, because of the political power that they've had and the fact that they have been a leading nation in the world, the representation of what's falling within America and what's collapsing is really a collective human issue. The Plieadians are saying to you, take the wealth back. The wealth, the monies, is derived from your spiritual energy. So there's a connection to money and spiritual energy. That's why thinking that you can have something that doesn't belong to you when you didn't offer some type of monetary exchange to someone else or some type of exchange to someone else, whether it's bartering or monies, is a distortion. It's a form of spiritual theft, this stealing soul energy. And that's what's really been happening through taxation and other types of systems that the governments have used to control and enslave and steal and siphon not just money, but soul energy. And if humanity wants to break this cycle, it's time to stop putting your power into politicians and distorted churches and religions that are siphoning all of that soul energy, i.e. money, and abusing you with it. So the Plieadians are saying to you, Namahakate e nuushate, I levante humua. It's time now that you reclaim your power, reclaim your ancestral wealth, reclaim your monies. These belong to you. These are how they're using this against you to control and manipulate you. And when you realize that you have the power, it was always yours all along, and you take it back now, then things will change. And they cannot change until then. So as much as we keep playing these political cycles within the human realm, this is a distorted perspective as well, because waiting for a politician to save you as opposed to the people coming together now and stepping into the game and finding ways now to reclaim your wealth, then things cannot change, because wealth is a root chakra issue. Wealth is a root chakra issue, and it's one of two that are being used to manipulate and control humanity. So if you are disregardant of wealth, and I see this a lot in the false light, new age, spiritual, new cage community, that you're thinking that wealth isn't important, that being paid and compensated for your gifts and your services isn't important. That is a lie. That is a complete demonic distortion. It comes from the negative ETs and the archons, and they want you to disregard wealth because it keeps the soul crippled and disempowered. Wealth is very important, and you have an abundance of wealth in the cosmos and in the world that has been taken from you and from your ancestors for generation after generation after generation. The Plieadians want you to understand that until you value the soul energy behind all the wealth that has been taken from you, then you're going to continue to allow yourself to be disempowered, and therefore New Earth cannot be birthed. This has to be cleared and it has to be reclaimed. Many of the religions have been fooling your ancestors to giving all of their generational wealth away in order to be promised some guidance to heaven, when you have those keys within you. And there's many teachers like myself that are teaching that can lead the way. Most of these religions have not ascended. They don't have the true keys to the kingdom, and yet they take the wealth. They've made billions and billions of dollars off of lies on how to sell you the pathway to the kingdom. These religions, these governments, this taxation, you're seeing what's happening now with these Somali daycares all over the United States that have been stealing 30% of the taxpayers' income to funnel monies from the taxpayers in the United States. This has got to stop. And the only way it's going to stop is not by voting a politician in, but by people getting into the game now, personally getting involved, and start fighting to reclaim the wealth in this world. It is about wealth. They lied to you, okay? They lied to you and told you that money was the root of all evil. But money is not the root of evil. Evil is the root of evil. Okay, money is a form of energy, and it is connected to your spiritual energy. And if you don't value others, you're not going to be valued. And if you don't value yourself, you're not going to value others. It's a symbiotic relationship, which means that you need to value your own soul energy and also value other people's soul energy, and recognize how much of your ancestral wealth you've lost to these frauds and scammers that have been for generation after generation after generation stealing and stealing and stealing and stealing it from you and tricking you into enslavement, which is not part of spiritual law. The only reason it goes on is because so many people allow it to continue. You need to reclaim the wealth in the world. It always belonged to you and your ancestors. That goes for every race, that goes for every generation, that goes for everyone, provided that it is truly reclaimed through processes that pull back what was given to systems that defrauded you. That includes government systems. These taxation systems, they're fraudulent, that are used globally in every different nation. The Plieadians want you to understand that if you don't begin to reclaim the wealth and to fight back for it, New Earth is going to be stuck. We're going to be stuck in moving towards New Earth. Stop waiting for Nisara Gasara. Stop waiting for politicians to save you, and start finding ways that you can start demanding this wealth be redistributed to the people the way that it always was intended to be. Don't settle for these little crumbs that they're promising you. They know that you're angry. They know that you're getting tired, and the levy is breaking. It needs to break and flood wide open now, okay? Flood it wide open and go out there and reclaim the wealth for the people and redistribute it. That is how New Earth will be built. And without that, we cannot move forward. We're at a standstill without that. That is the one thing that is holding humanity back, is the fact that they have had all of their wealth stolen, and that they are disempowered because of it. And they don't realize how much of the soul energy of all of your ancestral lineages is involved in that wealth that has been stolen from you, and it belongs to you. So people, humans of Earth, take it back now. Fight for the money. It does matter. It's connected to your soul and to all of your ancestors. Think about it. Namaste.